Some of the other things, obviously most people know my stance or my opinions on shotguns. I've tried all different combinations and everything, and I just they just seem really underpowered, except for the shotgun that's underneath the assault rifle that you can choose instead of a grenade launcher. That really seemed to be very dangerous. um, but I can understand why they didn't make shotguns so overpowered, because then everybody would be running with shotguns. So, that's a pro and a con there, I guess. Um, but the other thing is that I've noticed with the time I've had with the beta since day one, I've played it since day one, played it since the last day. Attackers definitely have a huge advantage, or maybe not huge, but definitely a more advantage than defenders do. They get more tanks. In the first part especially, they get twice as many tanks, and they respawn instantly, but DICE has addressed that, stating that they're going to give them more time to spawn. So that's not tank after tank after tank after tank after tank, if you keep killing them. So, and they also have, attackers also have the UAV. And of course, at the second part there, tanks can just sit halfway across the map and take the buildings down to destroy the crates. So, in the beta, it was definitely favored to the attackers. If they're going to change that, anything else, from the demo to the retail game, I don't know exactly. But definitely looking forward to trying out the demo, seeing how the new squad death match plays, how it works. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure we're definitely not going to win that many. I would consider ourselves to be like an average group. Though we're not the best people in the world, I never claimed that. I've tried to tell people that on the channel that, no, we're not the best players in the world. We're not doing this for popularity. It's just we wanted to show people, the beta. And I hope people can understand that. We had matches before where we have completely and totally got our butts kicked, and then there's other times where we just ran through no problem, So I would consider ourselves average, I would say. But it's a very fun game. This is one of the most fun games I've had besides 1943. I haven't played 1943 since the beta came out, and I played 1943 a lot, so that's definitely saying something. Yes, it's an arcade game, but hey, it was fun. I think that's the main focus that should be for every single game. Do the fun factor first. That should be the most important. Because you have, a bunch of people that get into it and they don't understand it. They're not having fun. They're not going to play it. They're not going to buy it, So I would say fun factor would definitely be the number one. Definitely there's going to be more weapons in the retail game. I don't know about the demo than what they had in the beta. They said for sure there's at least three or so guns that weren't in the beta that are going to be in the retail game. I'm sure there's more than that. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if there's going to be any extra gadgets that weren't in the beta. Nothing was said about that. Same thing with specializations. I still stand by my original video of my thoughts where I don't believe scopes should take a slot. They should not take a slot. You have too many other things that, could very well go for that. it's just I don't think it should, but there has not been any word on that either. But all I can say right now is, or that's all I can really think of. My favorite parts of the game, I would have to say using the AN-94 and the M60. I loved using those guns in the game. I had a lot of fun in the combat. They're definitely going to fix the issue that was in my last video there of the throwing out a big mound of med packs so you can't kill the guy sitting on top of it. I don't care if you were on my team, if you were on the other team. That should never happen. Yes, it's a beta. You're supposed to find bugs, like people say. But once you do, fine. Go report them. Don't use them to cheat in a game. Yes, I said it. Cheat. That's what this is. It's a beta, but yes, it's also a game. You're supposed to find stuff. Yes, go ahead. You know, good. You found something. Report it, but then stop using it. Because that's not the way the game was meant to be played. But that is my own opinion. Fun parts, I would have to say putting tracers on tanks, blowing them up, or destroying them with a repair tool. That was always fun. I got one of those on video too. Stabbing snipers after they've killed you a couple times. You know where they are, go get them. The whole aspect, I mean, everything just seemed to work very well together. The flow of the game. The last couple weeks, it seemed to lag, or the last week, I should say, seemed to lag a lot. I'm guessing that's because they were shutting down the servers and stuff. But I didn't have any problems with the voices, the communications from my other friends. One thing I forgot to mention was the squad size. You can only have 4 people in the squad, and it's going to stay that way according to DICE. You and 3 friends. Or 3 other people if, you know, you team up with whoever. I would have liked to have seen more than 4 in a squad, maybe even 6. But DICE said that they tested that theory out, and they just said it didn't work well. People would keep spawning and spawning and spawning, you know, and so there was no real break for defenders to hold people back. So I can understand that. And I'm glad that they at least looked into it. I mean, like I said before, a lot of other companies, developers wouldn't even do that, you know, to even see if something like that would work. So another hats off to DICE for that one. The one thing I really wish they would fix, there has been no word about this either, is you play in a squad with 3 of your friends, you're in a squad, and the match ends, you go to another match, and you're on the opposite team of all your other friends. Or one of your friends is on the other team. I really wish you would fix that. That was my biggest gripe in 1943, and we really hated it. And we kind of hated it here too. There's a reason why I'm on a squad with my friends. It would be nice if you could stay together, you know. So I think that covers just about everything. If I missed something, I'm sorry. And I'll definitely have to try out the beta and bring that footage to you. And for anybody that's on the PS3, we'll see you in the demo and then in the future retail game.